Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you how you can create a paginated list in your React query application. So don't waste time and let's jump in it. Let's start from the use-to-do hooks. The use-to-do hooks return the to-do list, so all the to-dos that are in the page. Then there is loading, there is fetching, the error, and the pages field. In this case, the pages field contain the total amount of the page of the list, and the page is the current page. And also the set page function to set the new page if the user won't change the page. Now it's time to see how we can refactor our used-to-do hooks. So the used-to-dos in this case has a page state. So in the page state we set the default value to 1, and then we have the set page to set this state. Then the limit is a state and it's fixed to 5, so each page contains 5 elements. And then we can use the use query to get the data from our API using the page info. So in this case, the result of the fetch to do is a bit different. So if I go to the fetch to do function, the fetch to do function need three parameters: the page, the current page, the limit, so the total amount of element that the page must contain, and the signal to abort the request if you want. The result is a bit different from the previous version. So the promise return the totals, so the total amount of to-dos in the list, and the to-dos contains the array is an array of to-do that is the to-do in the current page. The fetch request in this case is a bit different. So the fetch is an API/task where we can pass the page and the limit, and also the signal to abort the request. Yes, if the response is not okay, we raise an error in this case, and then we can get the to-dos in this page. Using JSON server, we can get the total amount of element in an header. In this case, the header is x total dash count, and if is empty, we can set it to 0 in this case. Then we can return the list of to-do and the totals. So the result of the fetch contains both the element of the page and the total amount of the element in the entire database. So then with this info, we can return the element to our hooks. It's important to remember in the use query we have to add some info. So the key of our use query is composed by a key that indicate this is a list of to-do, the page, so the current page, in this case 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, and the limit, the number of element that is present exist in this array. It's important to put the number of the page and the limit because React query use these keys to prevent to refresh the data if you already have, if you want, and so on. Then the return value, it's simple, so we can return the to-dos, there is loading, there is fetching, we can map the error if there is an error during the request. We can calculate the total amount of pages using the totals element divided by the limit and get the sale, and then we can return the page and also the set page function if the user want to change the page to view. So now it's time to see these hooks in the code of the page. To use these hooks, we have to import it and use it in our React component, in this case in the all to do component, and we can get the set page, the number of the pages, and the current number of the page. Then we can get also the to-dos to show them in the page, obviously. So now, using the pagination component, we can set the current page, we can set the total amount of page, and we can set the page if the user won't change the page, for instance, won't jump from 1 to 3 or go to the next page, and so on. And this is a simple implementation of pages. Now it's time to see the result in the browser. As you can see, if I refresh the page, for instance, the React query to-dos DevTools show me the first page, because the application show the first page when start up the application. In this case, the key is to-dos 1 because 1 is the first page, and 5 because the limit is the first page. We can see the same stuff in the network. So in this case, if you jump in the network, we can see that the request accept the payload. In the payload there is a page, the first page, and the limit of 5 elements. Then we have a preview of the result, in this case the element from 1 to 5. And then we can also get the info from the response. For instance, in this case, we can check the total amount of to do in the list, and using the header of the response, we can get the x-total-count, and the value is 21 in this case. So there are 21 elements in the list. So if I go down in the page, there is a simple paginator. So we can go in the next page, for instance, and the application show the next page, the element from 6 to 10 in this case. In the network, we can see the request, and in the React DevTool component, we can see the new page. So the new page contain the key to do's 2 because 2 is the second page, and 5 because the limit in this case is 5, and we can have all the data of this page. So the total is 21, and the to do is the element from ID 6 to ID 10. In this case, we can jump in the next page, so we can get the third page, or we can click the 5th page directly. So in this case, as you can see, there is only one element because the element in the list are 21, and in the 5th page we can get only the last element. For instance, we can jump in the 4th page, and so on. So pretty simple, but it's a common solution for our application if we have to paginate a big list of elements, and we wanna do this using React query and a pagination API in this case. Okay, that's all from the pagination with React query. So in this content, you learn how you can create a pagination list with React query and how you can implement it in a simple way. I hope you enjoy this content, and if you like it, please hit the like button below, and if you want to stay updated with my content, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and see you soon. Bye bye.